it's just like saying technically as well. All the nice, the money games like Beatmania and DDR, all of those, and Drum Mania and Guitar Freaks, those are technically illegal.
You know what? It's funny, Bill, because you know what? If I can, here's the thing that really gave me the balls to say stuff like this in front of things where I could potentially, everybody. I've learned that everybody pirates things. You know what? I don't follow regular law. I follow law. I follow the law. I always follow the law. That's not the thing. It's the thing is that if you're not going to get caught doing something, and there's no way to really explicitly prove that what you have is not just a legal backup, until it becomes explicitly illegal in the U.S. to say that, and there's nothing like, if we were in China, of course we'd be like shot in the face right now, like we have the friggin' police coming through. But no, there's no way. Even if I say something on the air like this, there's no way to really prove without hard evidence, and some people doing a big investigation like that we even or not just joking.
Okay, all right. Sakura Max just mentioned something very interesting. Yes, Action Replay is legal because it is a licensed cheat device.
But it's not licensed by Nintendo. It's not approved by Nintendo. But they don't do anything about it. It'll say that they might block it, and they blocked it in a firmware update, and then for the Wii, and then they say, the company themselves says, we're not associated with Nintendo, but it's technically not licensed. It's not a licensed product, but yet Nintendo's willing to ignore it. Other than the fact that they blocked the firmware thing, but for the DS it still works because there's no firmware updates on there. So I mean, you know what? You can say that friggin', Jaded, that in Singapore, spitting on the sidewalk can get you a $100 fine. Does that make it morally wrong to spit on the sidewalk? I'm just using an extreme there. You know what I'm saying? There's an example, for example. So that proves that that's the most.
Here's an example, for example. Yeah, that's a.
The law is
the way
not
that was said
right.
is just.
I'm not going out there and saying go break the laws. Don't do that. That causes chaos. And most of the laws in the U.S. are reasonable. But this copyright bullshit, especially with, I don't have anything against people trying to make an honest profit. I really don't. But if people can't afford to do something, I don't think they should be hunted down just because they pirate some games. There's a lot worse people out there that they could be going after. Go after those friggin' people that post child porn on the Chan websites. Go after people that are robbing banks and stabbing people in the convenience stores. Don't be going after people that break the copyright. Copyright is like, it should not even be that. Like, and I see that FBI warning. That shouldn't even be there. That should not be there. That is there as a scare tactic to make people not want to pirate things. Really, that might say that blah 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 copyright and stuff. They have to get hard evidence on you before you do something. And you know what? If you're under 18 like me, then I'm safe. But I'm almost 18. It doesn't matter. You know what? I don't care. You know what? They still have to get hard evidence, and I think even a search warrant, and do a big investigation. And why would they want to do an investigation on one person? How much are they really going to make off of one person?
Well, I don't know. Talk to the RIAA about it.
You do not want to make money with this.
Talk to the RIAA about it.
What?
Talk to the music industry about it. Because remember, they tried that.
They did try that, but they haven't done that lately in this country.
You're right. You're right. They haven't,
now they're just going directly to the internet service providers, and it's gotten really bad to the point where you can't even fucking download a big file off the internet without being slowed down. Okay, this is a real-time example. I could do it right now in real time. I'm not going to do it in real time. I'm going to say I'm doing it in real time. I'm uploading the pre-show to send back in time so that I can send it to myself in the past through a time machine. Alright? But first I got to upload it to Mega Upload. Alright? Okay, I'm going to upload the show to Mega Upload.
The thing is that, will Mega Upload exist in the future?
Hang on here. I'm doing this.
Will it exist
it's
in
up-
the future? So the future
Now,
you
right
can.
now, I got uTorrent open. Right now, I got uTorrent open. All right, we're gonna go all Star Trek here. I got uTorrent open. Comcast is noticing that I have uTorrent open, so it's slowing down my transfer speed through the time machine. And okay, now I'm turning uTorrent off. Exit. This is based off a true story, by the way, so don't worry. So basically, okay, so I just turned uTorrent off, and now the speed just like ramped up entirely. What does that tell you? That tells you that Comcast is a greedy bitch, because that's my internet service provider, and that's the one that controls a lot of the U.S. And there's no way I'm getting Verizon. So like, you know what? That shows right there. You know what? It's like now they're slowing down people that aren't even doing anything wrong. This has gone way too far. Copyrights have gotten to the point where they can be abused now and be squatted by a company. It's like friggin' Drum Hero, Guitar Hero people copyright squatted Guitar Hero, Guitar Enemy, Guitar like DJ Hero, which they eventually used. I'm gonna admit, but DJ Enemy, Rock Hero, like what the fuck? What the fuck? Really? Do you really need all those?
DJ Hero
You're
equals
doing
Beatmania,
that
by
to
the way.
prevent competition. That is bullshit. All right? If I want to fucking create a game called Guitar Enemy, then you can sue me if you think I'm infringing on your ideas. But you don't have to squat all this bullshit, like just preventing people from putting out an idea that will compete with you. It's greedy corporate bullshit. That's what it is. You know what? I'm gonna go to the chat here, because I'm going on a rant. DJ Hero is not Beatmania. DJ Hero is Beatmania in hell. Like DJ Hero is the hell version of Beatmania. Just like Rock Revolution is the hell version of Guitar Freaks / Rock Band.
I would say that is the U.S. version. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that that's the U.S. version.
Rock Revolution is more shitty.
It is the Americanized version of Guitar Freaks.
I need to go.
And Drumania.
I need to go. I've been ignoring. I'm gonna.
And this coming from somebody who actually owns the game.
You know,
What the
I'm
hell?
gonna friggin' get like all the people that I know now. I mean, I didn't know I was a pirate, but like the fact that I'm like don't even care about this shit. This is gonna get like the friggin' police called on me for sure. But you know what? Go ahead. Prove that I haven't. Prove that I don't own these backups somewhere.
What the hell are they talking about in IRC?
I don't know what they're talking about in RC because I really haven't paid attention to them, to be honest with you. I never do. I say I'm going to pay attention to both. I really am paying attention to JTV. Here's what happens. I need to get a drink soon because my okay, no, because then the lemonade will irritate my. That's another story. Anyway,
Shut up.
Sakura Max brings up a good point. My friend got caught by the FBI for having $32K worth of pirated software. He lives an hour away from me, but I never met him personally. I'm not going to say the last one because that's unscripted. But no, the thing is yeah, some people do get caught. That's the thing. People do get caught. And when you do this, you are taking a risk. If you import a game, you are taking a risk. Or if you burn a legal backup, legal, L-E-G-A-L, you are putting yourself at risk. And you know what? That's the shit that needs to stop. All right? They need to stop. People need to stop being afraid of being caught. Like, you can be caught. But if you follow the news and you follow it and you follow real carefully whether people are doing investigations, a lot of this gets reported to the news beforehand while they're starting the investigation. Some of it doesn't. Like the FBI, if the FBI went after you, then yeah, that's. But then again, think about it, Chatter, Sakura Max. Think about it. You had $32,000 worth of pirated software. I highly doubt, and that was probably all at once. If that was if you have tons and tons of stuff, which I gotta be careful because I'm building up stuff. But if you delete it afterwards, if you have a lot of software and you just delete it, so what? So what? If you keep a lot of hard evidence on it, yeah, you're running the risk. But if you delete all your stuff and you know what you're doing, wink wink, file shredder, wink. you know, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'm probably being the most controversial podcast on JTV and internet radio for a while. I'm probably really, really being out there. But then again, how do you know I'm not just joking about living in the U.S.? How do you know I'm not in Sweden? No. But I really am in the U.S. But, it's the point is I should not be censored. I should not be scared by these copyright companies into not saying that I got mad that they're being greedy or this is a shitty game, so I didn't pay for it. All right, let me tell you an example. Even me being against... I made a promise to myself a while ago. I made a promise to myself back when the game Klonoa was for the PlayStation 1, and then they had the sequel for the PlayStation 2, that Klonoa platform that you probably more people know now. Originally, it was just like a cult classic. Now it's been released for the Wii recently. It's about an anthropomorphic dog that goes on it's like a 2.5D scroll.
I thought it was a cat.
It's a fucking dog, dude. It's a dog. Don't be an idiot. Okay, whatever. That's Eric being an idiot, but no, it's a dog. And Klonoa is a dog, and he goes on this journey. I don't know how the original one went because I never really played the original. But it's cool. He has like this ring, this magic ring, and it has this thing inside it, this blob, and this blob just like goes out and he like, punches people, and the blob just comes out and it goes pachoo, 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 and then the blob. I don't know. He just goes on lots of adventures, and it's like 3D graphics with the 2D. Like it's 2.5D. If you know what the fuck that means. If you don't know what the fuck that means, just look up Klonoa on Google. I'm not gonna fucking bother explaining this. It's a 2.5D side scroller. That's my required information to say. And that was originally a lot harder of a game. It did not have 5 hearts. It had 3 hearts, and the voice was not bastardized. All right, but that was originally for the PS1. And I said, if there is another console game, which is what I consider a true game, there is a true sequel or another game, at least another console game, I will buy it. I will buy it legally. And that was as I was learning to hack things. I have honored my promise. I'm going to admit, there's a failed disc of me trying to burn the Japanese copy after I heard that the English voice was bastardized. I am so glad that pirated... Yes, Klonoa is a dog, Sakura Max. I am so glad that pirated copy did not work for me. Because what happened was I would have took away something from Namco that was a really good game. Namco brought us Pac-Man. So I really Namco has been pretty much awesome. And Namco also teamed up with Bemani for things, I think, if I'm correct, which is pretty cool. So that's cool. Aren't they like one company now, Jaded? Bemani, the people that brought us DDR, are now one with Namco? Or is it just a partnership that they do sometimes?
Oh wow, that's a good one actually.
So, I don't know. You think about that because, like, you're still there, right? Okay. Yeah, like that. I now the English version came out, and I'm so glad because I found out that I can choose what kind of voice I want. I don't have to do the bastardized voice. They included the old voice too, and the old voice acting, has its pros and cons, and so that's good. That's all good and stuff. So now I have the English version that's out. I really have no excuse not to give them their profits. Namco is not a greedy company. They're a third-party company, and they brought us Pac-Man. They brought us Klonoa, and they had him wear the little hat with the Pac-Man symbol on it. And I was like, oh, that's so totally retro to throw back to the retro game of Pac-Man. It's a totally obscure series. And I think they intended it to be like a lot more popular of a series, but that's why they're remaking it for the Wii now with more like less hardness, like less like difficulty, and they're re-releasing it for a younger audience, making it easier. I'll still fucking buy that shit because I'm such a hardcore fanboy. So, you know what? There you go. There's an example. I am supporting somebody that really is not that bad of a company, and I'm doing it. I'm waiting until I get a job, and I'm gonna get that $50, and I'm gonna purchase it, and I'm not gonna buy it used. I'm gonna buy it new to make sure that